Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I am the founder and owner of TechFuseNup. And today I am going to show you how to make a perfect potion room in Minecraft 1.7.2. Now this was requested by a viewer and figured why not. Now with a potion room you need several things. You need bottles, you need water, you need the actual brewing stands, or a brewing stand at least, and you're going to need nether warts. Now let's start with the basics. Let's go to my book, which lists all my potions, and basically with nether warts it's a base to all potions. Basically you're going to need aqua potion to make anything, unless if they update this in the future, which hopefully they do. Now, with this in mind, once you have your nether warts, you're going to need an area for your other ingredients. And I suggest having this separately and then the actual chest full of water bottles and glass bottles. The reason for this is you can gain a lot of these ingredients in some areas versus other areas, and that takes a lot of room out from this, and it's just very important to note that. And the reason why I suggest having your water bottles already go is, in case if you didn't know, basically in order to make aqua potion, which is pretty much the base of all potions, unless again if they change this in the future, it's a water bottle and nether wart, one nether wart to be precise. So let's talk about the nether warts. Now the nether warts, and by the way I created this with the creative mode. Now with the nether warts, they only grow on soul sand, and when you break them when they're fully grown, which is about these guys, let's check this out. Yeah, you get about 2 to 3, so you can see there, I just plop it down. You don't need a water source going to it, thankfully, and I don't think you need a light source. I just got a bunch of lights in here just so I can walk in here without a monster popping up. Now, for the brewing stands, I suggest that you have between 3 and 4 of them. You can obviously have more of them, but I would not have less than that. And the reason why is if you actually are using the potion room, which you might actually find that you're going to be using it a lot, then what's going to happen is you're going to be making a lot of potions at any given time. And what I found for 4 brewing stands, let's go down to where I keep my potions and my prisoners, you will actually get a whole entire line of potions, maybe a little bit more, but pretty much a whole entire line. So that's one thing to note. Now, one thing I also want to remind you is to actually make a lot of chests for your potions. And I actually need to get a sign up there for potions. But as far as this goes, I suggest also categorizing them. So you see I got health, the night vision, fire and water breathing, and down below I have night vision, fire, and poison and healing. So it's categorized that way. I can just come up to it, see, oh, I don't have the health, let's grab that and change it out. It's very easy. I would suggest for your water, I didn't get into this, but I suggest for your water, don't use a cauldron. I don't even know why I got that there, but instead of using a cauldron, because the cauldron has to be filled up after every 3 uses, which is 1 brewing stand. So after the 3 uses you gotta fill it up. With this, just dig a hole in the ground and fill it up with water with a bucket, and that way you can get unlimited amount of water. It's just simple as that. Just do that. There's no real point for cauldrons in Minecraft yet, so that's just something to keep in mind. Unless if you're undying something. Now, with brewing stands, in case you don't know, it takes 3 water bottles, or it could take 3 bottles. You can obviously just put 1 up there and be good enough. But that's the reason why I suggest keeping an entire chest full of bottles and water bottles. And having 3 times 4 is 12, and I can just plop in 12 water bottles. And whenever I'm making something like, say for example, fire resistance, I can end up just plopping the water bottles up there, put another wart, and that way it's ready, since that is the base ingredient for everything, or just about everything. So that's pretty much about it. Now, one thing I do advise, again, is to go on the link I have in the description below, and this will have a list of all the potions for 1.7.2. I'm trying to update this over time. I'm not going to promise anything, so just keep that in mind. You can check out if I updated it from the I'll actually list it in there saying when it was last updated for what version of Minecraft. That way you're not scrambling around. Now, how I will have it written, and let's look at my other potion books. It's going to be something like this. It's going to be like healing potion, and basically it's going to list what you need in order to do it, and then optional to make it stronger or whatnot. That way you can just copy and paste it and go on your way. Now, in order to make a splash potion, just basically you just put gunpowder or anything in, and there you go. I mean, let's look at the healing wart, glycerin melon, and gold dust, and splash potion, the wart, glycerin metal, and melon, gold dust, and gunpowder. So that's the only difference. I will list that in there, and I'm going to add some stuff like the base potions and some of the other stuff. But as far as some of the, also I'll probably put some comments on there. But as far as things goes, I'm going to do that way you can just copy and paste it over, instead of taking hours to write it out like I did. And they'll also help me out in the future for other worlds, so don't think I'm just doing it for you. So anyways, as far as everything else goes, one thing I do suggest for you to do is create a farm and have these kings. Also create a farm and put some of this other stuff in there, and that way you can use it in your potions like sugar and whatnot, and anything in the future that may change. That way you don't have to worry about going far out to get something. And create a farm where you got room to add something later on, or you can destroy part of it to add something later on. So anyways, this has been Craig Bennett, the founder and owner of Tech Reviews and Help, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And you can also email me on YouTube, or you can email me on techreviewsandhelp.com, and you can go to the contact section on Tech Reviews and Help, and my email will be right there. Have a great day.